Is it time to buy or sell SPDR S&P Biotech Exchange Traded Fund? In this video, we will explore the SPDR S&P Biotech Exchange Traded Fund in depth. Our initial report was published on our website on Friday, the 15th of August, 2025, and we are here to offer you an even more detailed analysis. Remember to subscribe, hit the like button, and turn on the notification bell to stay updated on our latest analysis. You won't want to miss any crucial updates that could affect your investments. Enhance your trading decisions by trying our newly launched AI stock analysis tool, powered by GPT-4 at StockInvest.us. Tap into the power of AI and receive free price predictions and in-depth analysis for any one among 45,000 companies worldwide today. Please note that this video is for informational purposes only and should not be considered financial advice. Since the 12th of August, 2025, our system has ranked the SPDR S&P Biotech ETF as a strong buy candidate, assigning it a score of 7.3. Now, let's examine the ETF's performance during this time. The ETF has experienced a gain of 4.33%. This amounts to an average return of 1.08% each day since it was designated as a strong buy candidate. The exchange-traded fund is currently situated within a strong upward trend in the short term, indicating further growth ahead. Analyzing the 3-month trend, we see a potential change of approximately 10.29% over the next 3 months, with expected returns ranging from 4.25% to 11.87%. In terms of the longer perspective, our 12-month analysis projects a decline of around 19.18%. Based on our calculations, the stock's performance could vary between a drop of 44.64% and a decline of 19.18% over the upcoming year. In practical terms, this suggests that the future price could fall within a range of $50.20 to $73.29. Our latest daily update for the SPDR S&P Biotech ETF features the headline SPDR S&P Biotech ETF upgraded to strong buy candidate. The SPDR S&P Biotech ETF price increased by 1.24% on the last trading day, which was Friday, the 15th of August, 2025, rising from $89.57 to $90.68. This marks 4 consecutive days of gains. It will be interesting to see if this upward trend continues or if a brief pause occurs in the coming days. On the previous trading day, the ETF experienced fluctuations of 1.40%, ranging from a low of $89.49 to a high of $90.74. The price has increased in 7 out of the last 10 days and has risen by 5.53% over the past 2 weeks. Volume decreased on the last day by 991,000 shares, with a total of 10 million shares traded, amounting to approximately $951,070,000. It is important to consider that a decline in volume alongside rising prices can indicate divergence and may serve as an early warning of potential changes in the coming days. Over the past 52 weeks, the highest price of the ETF was $105.47, while the lowest price was $66.66. Currently, the price is 14.02%, or $14.79, below the 52-week high, and 48.12%, or $84.11, below the all-time high reached on the 9th of February, 2021, when the price peaked at $174.79. The XBI index has rebounded more than 20% from the lows observed in April, yet the market remains influenced by specific events. In late July, an unexpected departure at the FDA's biologics unit renewed uncertainty surrounding regulations. A shift in leadership can delay review timelines and increase headline risk for the smaller components of XBI that are sensitive to approvals. Additionally, policy risks emerged when the administration proposed significant tariffs on pharmaceuticals. Although no implementation date was provided, the looming threat can exert pressure on stocks associated with drug manufacturing and global supply chains. On a more positive note, several analysts from Wall Street are identifying value within the beleaguered healthcare sector and anticipate renewed interest in mergers and acquisitions. This activity typically benefits small and mid-cap biotech companies that comprise the XBI index. In the short term, One should expect volatility and fluctuations driven by regulatory indicators and policy developments. Looking further ahead, stable leadership at the FDA, increased deal activity, and successful clinical outcomes could support higher levels for the XBI index. Conversely, the realization of tariffs or prolonged regulatory delays may limit returns and negatively impact valuations. Analyst ratings. On Monday, the 22nd of August, 2022, it was reported that BTIG assigned XBI a hold rating, indicating a hold action. The following signals have been identified for the SPDR S&P Biotech Exchange Traded Fund. The chart today shows mostly positive signals. SPDR S&P Biotech ETF has received buy signals from both short-term and long-term moving averages, which suggests a favorable outlook for the fund. Additionally, there is a general buy signal indicated by the relationship between these two averages, with the short-term average positioned above the long-term average. In the event of downward corrections, support can be expected at levels of $87.51 and $86.44. A drop below either of these levels would trigger sell signals. A buy signal was generated from a pivot bottom point on Monday, August 11, 2025, and to date, the ETF has increased by 6.48%. Further increases are anticipated until a new top pivot is established. Moreover, there is a buy signal from the 3-month Moving Average Convergence Divergence, or MACD. Notably, volume declined during the last trading day despite rising prices, creating a divergence between volume and price, which may serve as an early warning. Therefore, it is advisable to monitor the ETF closely. Here are some additional signals that may pique your interest. Moving Average Convergence Divergence indicates a buy signal. Pivots showed a buy signal 5 days ago. Bollinger Bands provided a buy signal 1 day ago. The short-term moving average indicated a buy signal 5 days ago. The long-term moving average also indicated a buy signal 5 days ago. Examining the 12-month chart, we observe the short moving average indicated a buy signal 5 days ago. The long-term moving average indicated a buy signal 34 days ago. The relationship between the short and long moving averages showed a buy signal 34 days ago. Don't forget to visit our page at StockInvest.us if you want to discover more signals. Support, risk, and stop loss for SPDR S&P Biotech ETF. SPDR S&P Biotech finds support from accumulated volume at $89.52. This level may present a buying opportunity, as an upward reaction is anticipated when this support is tested. Generally, this exchange-traded fund exhibits controlled movements, and due to its good liquidity, the associated risk is considered very low. Over the last day, the ETF experienced a movement of $1.25 between its high and low, which is equivalent to 1.4%. For the past week, the ETF has shown an average daily volatility of 1.84%. Now let's discuss some potential day trading levels for the SPDR S&P Biotech ETF. There's no significant resistance from accumulated volume above, which means the ETF could move upward swiftly under the right conditions. In this case, you might consider entering a position and using volume as a guide for when to exit. On the downside, the SPDR S&P Biotech ETF encounters its first support level at $89.52. If this support level holds, it could present a favorable entry point, anticipating a rebound. Our recommended stop loss is set at $87.89, reflecting a decline of 3.08%. This exchange-traded fund exhibits very low daily fluctuations, contributing to a minimal risk profile. Additionally, there is a buy signal indicated by a pivot bottom, identified 4 days ago. Is the SPDR S&P Biotech ETF a good buy? The SPDR S&P Biotech holds several positive signals and is within a strong rising trend. As the old saying goes, let the trend be your friend. Therefore, we consider it a good choice at these current levels and anticipate further gains over the next 3 months. We have upgraded our analysis conclusion for this ETF since the last evaluation from a buy to a strong buy candidate. After analyzing the volatility and movements from the last trading day, our systems indicate that the current price is overvalued. For trading on Monday, August 18th, we expect the SPDR S&P Biotech ETF to open lower by 37.7 cents and start trading at $90.30. We remind you that trading involves a high risk of losing money, and that you should consult with a financial advisor before buying or selling any securities. You should not base your investment decisions on StockInvest.us. By using the information provided, you agree and accept responsibility for your own investment choices. Here is our current perspective on the exchange-traded fund. Do you agree or disagree? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. What is your target for the exchange-traded fund? Remember to like and subscribe. We wish you successful trading and a wonderful day from everyone here at Stock Invest.